Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be reviewing the new Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Mattifying Primer. So this is a brand new primer that Fenty Beauty just released, and it's supposed to be a mattifying primer for us oily skin gals. I do have oily skin, and especially right now in the summer, my skin gets super oily and I cannot wear like a full face of makeup because then by the end of the day it's just melting off. So I'm really excited to be reviewing and trying out the primer. So this primer is $32 and you get 1 fluid ounces, so it's like the same amount as the foundation. I have already used the primer one time, so I already kind of have an idea of what I feel about the primer. So the packaging is glass, which I really like the packaging. It's actually the same as the other primer. I did try the other primer that she released, and that primer didn't actually work for me. I did not like that primer, so I'm actually excited that she came out with another primer. On the packaging it says shine stopping, pore diffusing finish, extended makeup wear. It says that this primer is oil free and cruelty free. I already moisturized my skin, and since this primer does not have SPF, you are gonna have to put sunblock underneath. I already did my brows, so that's why they look kind of bold. So this primer is actually a liquidy formula, so it comes out kind of like white. It actually looks like, if you know what I'm talking about, it looks like that. It's very liquidy, which I was actually surprised. So it's actually not drying. It does have fragrance. It smells like the first primer. It's a really soft, like baby powder type of scent. So I'm gonna use what I applied on my skin. This primer actually reminds me a lot of the Hourglass Veil primer, except this one feels a little more hydrating than the Hourglass one. I feel like the Hourglass one is still a little drying. It still feels a little powdery. Once it starts drying down, I'm gonna grab another pump, like half a pump, apply it on my forehead. So I actually like the formula of this primer. It doesn't dry right away, which is really good. So like right now my skin actually feels hydrated. I don't normally use mattifying primers anymore because they do tend to dry out the skin and feel very dry. Pleasantly surprised that this primer, it's a mattifying primer, but it doesn't feel drying, and it feels like a little bit of a tacky feeling. So online it also says that it smooths the look of pores without feeling tight or dry. I went ahead and zoomed in, and then I dimmed the light so you guys can see how my skin looks. My skin doesn't look shiny. My face does look matte. It doesn't look oily at all. As far as my pores, I can still see my pores here. I don't feel like it completely blurs my pores, so I feel like I still need to go in with a pore filling primer, like in this area where my pores are a lot bigger. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply the foundation now. I'm using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter foundation in the shade 220. All right, you guys, so this is how the foundation looks, and honestly, you guys, it looks perfect. I'm not gonna lie. The finish and everything, I feel like these two work so well together on my skin type, which is like combination to oily skin type. I love the finish. It's like a soft matte finish, but it's not super matte, and my skin doesn't feel dry, which is like the main thing that I look for. Like it feels flexible. It doesn't feel cakey at all. It just looks like my skin. So I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup, and then I'm gonna come back just let you guys know how everything else applied with the primer. All right, so I'll be right back. All right, guys, so this is the finished look. It is now 7:49 p.m. So I've been wearing the foundation for almost an hour, and you guys, my makeup looks so good. Like my highlight looks perfect, bronzer, my contour, pretty much everything looks so good, and I feel like it is the primer. So I'm going to keep testing out the primer, but as a first impressions, I really like this primer. It's probably going to be like my go-to primer. I love using it with the Pro Filter foundation. I feel like my skin, like it does look matte, but it doesn't feel dry. Like that is like the biggest thing for me. My makeup turned out really good when I used it the first time, and then again right now my makeup came out so good. So this is after wearing the primer for about 8 hours, and my makeup, I still feel like it looks good. I did have to blot because I was outside. My skin did get oily, but I still feel like my makeup held up really good, so I love the primer. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button and the bell to get notified when I upload a new video. I upload every week. Check out my other Fenty Beauty reviews here on this channel. And again, thank you for watching. I love you guys, and I will see you guys in my next video.